What's going on, YouTube? I want to talk about a new rental car company called TURO. That's T-U-R-O. I rented this 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Alright. If nobody knows what TURO is, it's a rental car company that allows different people or individuals to rent their car out to you and me, people that need rentals. Now, the reason I like this rental car company is because they made it available for me to get an SUV for a reasonable price, unlike going to Hertz and Enterprise and Avis and Budget. Any one of those other rental car companies, they all have SUVs for over $100 starting, unless you catch some kind of special deal or something like that. This one's fully loaded. I got this one here for about, I want to say 35 or 38 a day. So for a total of, I believe, like 21 days or something like that, I paid about $600. That was a total trip. I don't remember the exact days, but about $600. I remember once before I rented the racing gold Chevy Mustang. Nearly like $800 for one day in that. And I had this premium SUV, in my opinion, for about over 2 weeks and only paid around $600 some. So the insurance on this was covered through TURO's insurance. Wasn't that bad. Probably saves maybe a little bit over $10 a day or something like that. Probably wasn't even that much, but I think it depends on the type of car you get and location you're in and everything else, but it wasn't that bad. Like I said, overall trip about $600 some. Positives about the company, I'd say, well, I'll start off with the negatives and I'll leave off with the positives. Negatives about the company: tried to rent a couple of cars because it was like a multi-stop trip. I was in Seattle. I hit up a lady about a vehicle. She said that I would have to drop her off back at home after I got the vehicle, and that didn't work for me because I had a car full of stuff and I was coming from overseas. I tried another vehicle. The guy couldn't drop it off at the airport and he wanted me to come to his house and pick it up. Obviously that didn't work for the same reason. So in those two instances, the people, they declined the trip due to not being able to deliver the vehicle. There's also, I think the first one I tried to get, it was a Lexus RX, and the car was, I want to say that one was probably a bait and switch, because it was a nice car, it was a decent price, it was a Lexus for about 38 a day. I think it was like an RX something, and I hit the guy up and he's like, oh, this car is in a different location, but you can get the Porsche or the Mercedes though. So I want to say that was probably like a bait and switch, but I mean, that's pretty much the negatives. You know, like if something happens with the car, you have to, you know, fix it yourself and get reimbursed through the Ride app. Like this car here, the headlight went out. So I hit him up and, you know, let him know that the headlight went out. He just went ahead and told me to take it to, you know, either a dealer or Pep Boys, get it swapped out, and then he reimbursed me at the end of the trip. So we'll see how that works out. The positives about TURO, I say, is you get a bigger selection of vehicles to choose from other than dealerships, wide range of years, makes and models for reasonable and some unreasonable prices, because you'll see like cars on there, you'll see a Tesla on there or something like that for about $400 a day, and then you'll see another car listed for like $100 a day. Obviously, I picked the one that's $100 a day, but that shows you that people don't know how to run businesses, so they're just trying to get a quick buck here and there. But for longevity purposes, people need to learn how to price their cars, and maybe they'll get more consistent renters. But I'll make another video on that topic. Nah, I think I'll stop it right there.